Now loading podcast, period.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Podcast Period, the internet's stupidest podcast. My name is Ben, and with me today, as always, is my co-host David.
What's up, guys?
Today we are doing another movie review, mostly because we didn't have enough time to put anything else together. So forgive us for doing two in a row. This time we're doing John Wick, which is a 6-year-old movie at this point, but David hadn't seen it, and it's probably one of my favorite action movies of all time. So I introduced it to him while I was on vacation up in Tennessee. We haven't talked about it at all yet, so I'm not sure how we felt about it, but we're going to get into that now. We've got a couple other things we're going to talk about, but first things first, we'll get into the synopsis, and then we'll start talking about the movie. Legendary assassin John Wick retired from his violent career after marrying the love of his life. Her sudden death leaves John in a deep mourning. When sadistic mobster Yosef Tarasov and his thugs steal John's prized car and kill the puppy that was a last gift from his wife, John unleashes the remorseless killing machine within and seeks vengeance. Meanwhile, Yosef's father, John's former colleague, puts a huge bounty on John's head. So, what did you think of the movie?
It didn't take very long before I was like, oh my god, I can see why he loves this movie so much, and I don't understand why a certain somebody, who shall not be named,
Yeah.
couldn't stand it and kept saying it was boring and terrible, because it was fun. I mean, golly, the stuff that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, don't ever piss this guy off, and don't have him come after me.
my favorite part of this first movie is just the way that he's this seemingly normal guy at first, and then as soon as something happens to him, you slowly start to put the pieces together about how dangerous he was in his past life and still is. It's really, I don't know. I found the way that they built him up as a character very, very interesting.
Yeah, you mentioned that while we was watching the movie, and I wholeheartedly agreed with it then, but found a much larger appreciation for it once the movie got going and we got closer to its conclusion. It was like, damn, this guy, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
How nice of you to join us, Craig.
Good job, Craig. About 5 minutes too late. We've already started the podcast. Good job, my guy. Yeah, I really, really, really enjoy this movie. I think I like the first one better than the sequels, but the sequels are still really, really fun too. And the action sequences in all three of the movies are fabulous. Especially the third one. There's a lot of like knife fights in the third one. A lot of up close hand-to-hand combat. Those scenes are beautiful as far as like the choreography goes and everything.
We'll have to continue that and watch the rest of them and have a follow-up for that, because I'm very interested and so want to see them. Just haven't had the time yet. We wanted to do this episode while we were still together, but we did not have any time for anything, so.
No, not really.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So, anything specific? You said you had questions for me. What are your questions?
Okay, so is this this has to be set in like an alternate universe, right? Like, we get to the scene where I don't know exactly what happened to get us there. I was trying to absorb the movie, and I definitely need another pass at it to to go back and fill in some of the holes in my head, but
Mm-hmm.
at some point the cops show up to, I believe it was his house, or
Oh, that one cop?
yes,
Mm-hmm.
and he like instantly recognizes him. He clearly sees that something has gone on inside of the home and just assumes it is business as usual, I believe he put it, or back in business or something like that, and quietly leaves. And it felt like it was somehow sanctioned by the authorities, or
I don't think I don't think that it was sanctioned by the authorities per se. I think this guy, there's the secret assassin network that he's a part of or whatever with that
well, that
hotel and
was going to
everything.
be another question. Like, what's up with that? So
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe you have to do a small synopsis of that as well, or what? But that's also something I was kind of confused about at the beginning.
Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure that this guy is somehow connected, or that cop is like somehow connected to that whole thing. So,
Okay, gotcha.
so what other questions did you have? Was
Well,
that the
as
only one?
the next thing would be like this secret assassins club that I guess is what, a part of this hotel, or that's like corporate HQ or something for this club? Like what was the deal with that?
So it's not really explained much in the first movie, but they do get into it more especially the second movie, the third
Mm-hmm.
movie a little bit, but especially the second movie.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Best
It's
left for
it's
another time then.
yeah, it's kind of hard to explain without having all of the context that the second movie gives you. So
Okay.
for right now, it's just this secret assassin network that this hotel is a part of, and you can put out hits on people and blah 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 blah, blah all that jazz.
And I guess I would assume that the, for lack of a better word, cleanup crew is also a part of this network,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and you just pay for services rendered, and you should be good to go.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
No questions asked.
Yep.
I like that. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in this movie that don't necessarily get explained right away, but I don't know. I really enjoy this movie just as a nice watch through by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have any other questions?
No, not right now. Let's we can move on.
Okay. What else specifically should we talk about here?
I don't know. You know this movie better than I do.
I mean, it's a pretty straightforward movie. If you've seen it, then there's not really much to talk about. I mean, there's the action scenes. I mean, this is an action movie, so
They were
we could
pretty.
talk about that.
They were pretty cool. I like the action scenes.
I'd have to say my favorite in the movie is probably when that team shows up to his house and he just wrecks all of them. Right before we see the cleanup crew and that cop. But that whole scene in his house with the team and him just like bulldozing through them was awesome. I loved it.
I don't know. It's hard to say. It was something else that I like the I guess the unauthorized, unsanctioned, not approved by management, lady assassin, I guess, for lack of a better word. That whole scene where she almost got the best of him, but clearly did. And I thought the sniper was also a part of that team, and then figured out, oh no, he's just helping him out.
Mm-hmm.
I like that scene a lot too. That was really dangerous. Femme fatale type situation.
Femme fatale.
Yeah, that's what I said. Femme fatale.
Is that what she said, though?
Yeah, I know what I said.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if there's anything more to say about this. I really enjoy the movie, you know. I can't say if you haven't seen it and you like action movies, this is definitely a movie that you should see. This along with the other two movies in the series. I don't want to talk a lot about it because I don't want to spoil anything for anybody who hasn't seen it, you know.
Well, then they need to see it because this is amazing.
Yes. It's
And I
so
can't
good.
believe I hadn't seen this on my... I've never seen it on anything to watch, I don't think. I don't know. I've heard you talk about it before. We've mentioned it I don't know how many times, and yet somehow, some way, we've never watched it. Finally bring it up again.
It's never been on like any streaming services as far as I know. I knew about it through like the internet, I guess. So it's probably one of the most well-received action movies that's ever like come out. I mean, you got your Die Hards and your Lethal Weapons, and I think the John Wick series is shaping up to be another one of those long-running series. Hopefully, hopefully with only good movies, because as series go on, they tend to get a little bloated, but
yeah, they lose their original luster.
yeah. We'll have to see if John Wick continues that trend. But so far, the first 3 movies I have nothing but praise to put forth. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think there's anything else we can really talk about without giving anything away. So,
Okay,
it's good. If you haven't seen it, go see it. What would you give this? What would you give the movie out of 5 silencers?
5 silencers. I'd say a 4.25.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie.
I'd say a 4.5. I think maybe a 4.75.
Okay. Not a big discrepancy there.
No, not really. All right, so we're going to move on to our one news topic of this show. We're really only talking about this because it was pretty close to where David lives and to where my parents live. So if you guys haven't heard about it, we're going to talk about it now. I'll let David take the lead on this one because I think he knows a little bit more about it than I do. And also, it took place like in the same state that he lives in. So,
So Ben lied as to why we're covering this. We're really covering this because it's another way for me to bash AT&T.
Yeah, sure, that too.
Not really. I just thought of that as an afterthought, and I was like, yep, perfect. I needed any excuse to do that. So, it's hard to laugh about it, but thankfully it was a pretty uneventful event, all things considering. Most of you probably heard it, and if you haven't, I'm kind of surprised. But Nashville, unfortunately, as much as they've gone through this year with this last year with everything that happened, COVID, the tornadoes, almost forgot about the tornadoes, and riots and everything related to everything that's gone on in 2020. Thank goodness it's over with. May we never have to live through that mess again. We had I guess you'd call it a domestic, I don't know if you want to call it domestic terrorism or not, considering it was one lone suicide bomber.
I would call it domestic terrorism.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Definitely.
Suicide bomber who detonated a recreational vehicle filled with explosives in downtown Nashville on 2nd Avenue. For those that know the area, it was between on 2nd Avenue between Church and Commerce Streets, which is, for those who don't know the area, but you know the landmarks, it's right across from the river from the Titan Stadium, Nissan Stadium. So it's literally right across the river. You've got First Avenue, which has Broadway right there, which everybody knows Broadway from everything Nashville related, because that's like main heart of downtown. It's literally like 2 streets over from that. So it's very close to downtown. And he took out some pretty praised local restaurants, and I believe there was a boutique shop in there and a tattoo parlor as well. But the main thing, and what looks to probably have been the target of his bomb, because they still haven't determined a motive yet. The FBI is working on that, and there's been a lot of things that have come out in the last week or so concerning it, but we still don't have a definitive motive. Detonated right next to a huge 15-story AT&T data center. So it's not the AT&T tower that most people know as the Batman building in downtown. It's just a couple of streets over from that. It's this big, huge 15-story red brick building that looks like nothing. Like there's no windows really to it. You wouldn't know what it was unless you knew what it was. It's not very descriptive. They have a little AT&T logo on the first floor at the entrance of it, and that's really it. So it's pretty blended in for the area. When they built it, they had to do facade modifications because people said it looked ugly for the area. So that's what they did the red brick facade for. Took out AT&T service for literally the entire middle state of Tennessee, southern Kentucky, northern parts of Ohio, northern parts of Alabama and Georgia, and I think got as far as Lexington, Kentucky as well.
Sheesh.
So took out everything for at least 2 days due to all the damage done to the building and the major infrastructure issues. They had no electrical power. And to AT&T's credit, they did have it set up with emergency generators that ran off natural gas, but they had to cut gas service to the area as well. So after a few hours, all the batteries were depleted, everything in the building shut down, and they blacked out the entire area. No cell service, no AT&T telephone lines, no AT&T internet or TV, and it knocked out a lot of the 911 communications for the area as well. My service was affected by it as well. 2 days after my phone itself had died, had to switch to my backup, and 2 days later I have no service again. Thank goodness I have a different internet provider, and we managed to get through that. But for what seemed like a terrible act, and it is, only 3 people were injured, and only 1 person died, and that was the monster behind this entire thing.
According to Wikipedia, 8 people were injured.
What was it, 8?
Yeah.
Well, last I heard it was 3, but I've been out of the loop for days too. Oh, but that seems to be it, thank goodness. For him, it looked to be a lone act. It doesn't look to be connected to anything else.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of reports in the area of strange things that happened a couple of days after the fact, and I think something even happened. It was either Cincinnati or it was Cleveland. I feel like it was Cincinnati. Somebody left an abandoned RV somewhere. Freaked people out, obviously, because of the timeline and being as close to it was to the day after. I think it was the day after. But it looks like it was just himself, a Mr. Anthony Quinn Warner, who was 63 years old and a longtime resident of Nashville. Had his remains found in the wreckage, and it doesn't look like anybody else was involved They still don't know his motive. So we don't know if he was targeting AT&T or if it was just a fluke and that's just where he happened to do his thing. It doesn't look like he was targeting people because there were warnings and things coming from the RV. There was reports of gunshots. They don't know if they were actual gunshots or if it was recordings of gunshots that came from the RV at about 5:30 in the morning, and police were called to investigate. And there was warnings coming from the vehicle that the vehicle contained a bomb. Something about if you can hear this message, you need to evacuate the area, and that went on for like about an hour or so before at 6:30-ish it detonated. Luckily, no officers were severely injured. I know one had some hearing issues related to it. I don't know if that ever cleared up or if it's going to be a permanent thing or not, but if he was planning to attack anything else besides AT&T, he clearly didn't work. Yeah. So that's the only explanation I could think of, because why else warn people, and why not just go for a more critical part of downtown if you're trying to do something to the city itself? So what he was doing, I don't know, but it has to be AT&T related. There's just no way it's not. What are you thinking, Ben?
Oh, I don't even know. This is just a piece of human garbage. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
He got very lucky that nobody was hurt or nobody was killed.
Yeah.
Besides himself.
The scary part, they did release a few days later that I guess an estranged girlfriend had reported that he was saying something about making bombs, and there was an attorney involved with that as well, who, according to Metro Nashville detectives, was representing the girlfriend and also Anthony Quinn Warner. So there was definitely warnings and indications that this man may not be stable. She made claims of him making bombs in the RV, and that the supposedly the attorney believed her, but somehow, some way, it was never followed up. They came back a few days later and tried to make contact with Anthony himself, but he was not there, and they didn't have the proper authorization, warrants, or anything to do an actual search of the RV. And it seems that it just sat for about a year or so. It was August of 2019 that those reports were made. So, not sure how that's going to turn out, but apparently everything else, there was even an FBI, a request to the FBI to do like a search, background search and stuff, and nothing had been found. So they kind of just dropped it, because apparently the woman was not necessarily in the right state of mind, and they even requested a psych eval for her as well. So I'm sure that had something to do with it, but the fact that the attorney supposedly believed her, but then didn't really... There's two different sides to that argument. The attorney claims that he did request that police investigate it, but police also indicate that the attorney supposedly represented Warner as well. So there's a conflict of interest there as well. I mean, they can't necessarily be going through him if he's an actual attorney to the client. So it's hard to say exactly. I'm sure more of that will come to light as well, but apparently he was a fruitcake. That's all I can say.
Yeah, that's It's probably the nicest way to put it.
Yeah. Do you want to go over the bizarre beliefs and writings real quick?
Yeah, sure. Let me pull up one of them articles. Sure, you can trust this domain. All right, so there's a ton of things that he sent to acquaintances all over the USA. Apparently, I'm trying to find specifics. On another page, Warner wrote about 9/11 conspiracy theories, ending with the statement, "The moon landing and 9/11 have so many anomalies they are hard to count." Warner later wrote that September 2011 was supposed to be the end game for the planet, because that is when he believed that aliens and UFOs began launching attacks on Earth. He wrote that the media was covering up those attacks. But Warner's writings grew even more bizarre when he wrote about reptilians and lizard people that he believed controlled the Earth and had tweaked human DNA. They put a switch into the human brain so they could walk among us and appear human. While Warner's writings cover a variety of bizarre theories, he never mentions AT&T or anything else that appears to suggest a motive in the Nashville bombing. Warner did write extensively about perception, adding that everything is an illusion and there's no such thing as death. While News Channel 5 believes summarizing Warner's letters will provide a better understanding into a state of mind, WTVF has made the decision to not publish them in their entirety. We are attempting to balance shedding light on his mindset prior to the bombing with not giving him unnecessary notoriety. We reached out to the FBI about these letters. Special Agent Jason Pack sent News Channel 5 this statement. We are aware the suspect sent materials which espoused his viewpoints to several acquaintances throughout the country. We're asking those who received these to contact the FBI at 1-800-CALL-FBI. So, yeah, he was, like I said, fruitcake is the nice way to put it. This man was insane. Like, I legit don't know how how anybody could put any of this junk in writing. Oh my god. 9/11 conspiracy theories, moon landing conspiracy theories, lizard people conspiracy theories, alien conspiracy theories. This man believed in, like, almost every conspiracy theory under the sun that I've ever heard of. It's... Oh my god.
Isn't it just enlightening knowing that there are people, these tinfoil hat wearing crazies? I mean, I understand maybe believing and actively seeking out knowledge in some of the conspiracy theories that are out there, whether it be, moon landings or stuff about JFK assassination or I mean, I understand stuff like that. And if you're one of those people that, can believe it, I'm not saying anything bad about you, but clearly this guy took it to an extreme unhealthy level.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what happens when we do stuff like that. It's crazy. It's scary to think about that people are out there like that.
Yeah, I know. The thing is, like, in the back of your mind these people exist, but at the same time, like, you don't want to believe that anybody would act on anything crazy. You want to believe that these people are sitting in their mom's basement writing on, like, Reddit and whatever weird
Dark
conspiracy
nonsense,
theory site that they can find, but
yeah, which is fine.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to do that. Just don't bomb people, like, for real.
No, don't do that. Don't go psycho.
Yeah, I don't even know. Oh, wow. Anyway, yeah, I think that's where we're going to leave this, that story. I don't think we, said this gentleman's full name, so.
I did.
Did you?
Yeah, Anthony Quinn Warner.
Well, he's a dickhead. He shouldn't be remembered for anything other than the fact that he believed that lizard people walked among us. So, rest in pieces, you dickhead.
Somebody's going to have a mantle to this guy and worship him, though. You know that's going to be the case.
God. Yeah, I know.
Some idiot out there.
I know. All right. Well, we're going to leave it there. We've got some trailers that we're going to watch through, do our usual rating thing to kind of lighten the mood a little bit. The first trailer that we've got for you today is Coming to America, or Coming to America 2. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
You must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son who must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on! It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, escuta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamond.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, that's too much. Now, you stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're going to have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back. Say it again.
Okay, so what'd you think?
Have you seen the original Coming to America?
I don't think so.
You haven't?
No.
If it's anything like the original, it's going to be really, really funny.
Okay.
There's not enough going on in this trailer besides you get the premise of the movie, and you have the long scene in the barbershop, which is a callback to the original. So that's why it's in there.
It's been a long time, at least as far as I can remember, since we've had an actor play a whole bunch of roles in a movie, like in this one.
It's at the tip of my tongue too. What else am I thinking? Who else am I thinking?
The last one that I can think of is that awful Adam Sandler movie, Jack and Jill.
Okay. Wasn't thinking of that one. Trying to think of who I am thinking of where. Well, I think the most funny adaptation of anybody doing another character in the movie, I think, would probably be Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins, where he played not only the chimney sweep, but Bert, the chimney sweep, and everything else that he is, but also the head banker. That was a really, really funny adaptation of another character, and one of my favorite ones. I think Eddie did a lot in the original one too. I think, not positive. I feel like he did though, but there's just not enough in there to know. That whole 5 minute. Well, it's not 5 minutes, but it felt like 5 minutes of nothing but the barbershop scene. Doesn't give you a lot to look at for the rest of the movie. So,
I'd say probably wait for review. This one.
That's what you're thinking?
Yeah. That's how my feelings are so far. It looks funny, but I mean, like you said, there's not enough in the trailer for me to form an opinion necessarily yet.
I know.
So
I understand. I think I would see it just out of the fact that I've seen the original and I like the original.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't for that, I'd probably be in the same boat as you. Whereas I'd wait for a review, because this trailer isn't helping.
Yeah.
But given that I know the original, I'm going to give it benefit of the doubt.
All right. Well, our second trailer is for a movie called No Man's Land.
My dad says we don't live in America. We live in Texas.
I got narcos and smugglers on my property every day. Drugs and guns in our backyard.
Saving the rich is not your job.
This is our home.
Get the hell off our land!
I don't want to lose it.
We're just passing by. We want no trouble. Are you on? Sir.
Get back!
Get away! Get away! ¡Fernando!
No le des la espalda a Dios.
¿Quién le dio la espalda a quién?
This ain't fair. They were on our land.
Shot a boy in the back. Hey! Hey!
How dare you chase our son off Mexico like he's some criminal?
Things could get a lot worse. Tell him to come home.
No father should bury his son.
Mi padre. No soy nada.
All right. What do you think?
I don't know if I'm getting enough of it to, well, at least not enough inspiration out of it to say that I'd want to watch it.
Yeah.
It'd have to be a really, really convincing good review to say otherwise for me.
Yeah, I'm not getting what this movie wants to be out of this trailer. Like, is it supposed to be an inspirational movie where this guy is going to find himself after he accidentally killed this dude's son, or is this going to be like a revenge type movie?
Yeah,
or...
well, that's what I thought it was at the beginning.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then God tried to get all inspirational. I'm like, what do you want to do here?
Exactly. Like, what is it?
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd probably wait for a review on this one. I don't have high hopes for it, TBH, but
I don't either.
All right. Our next trailer is for Murderous Trance.
Put your hands up. You. Fill the briefcase.
So you shot two innocent people just so you could raise the money for your vision of equality.
I don't remember.
In hypnosis, you can set locks in the mind. Nielsen has cleverly implanted a code. It could be a sign, a memory, a voice.
Can we find another way to break this lock?
You get to manipulate and use me if you let me to do the same to you.
Concentrate on my voice. 5. Are you spying on me? 4.
He knows I'm your wife.
See, he's manipulating you. 3. All of your failings are erased. 2. 1.
We're trying to help you.
Seemed interesting. I'd probably wait for a rental on this one, I think.
Yeah, I could see that. It seems interesting. I think I'd probably want to wait for a review on it, honestly, just to see what everybody's thinking. I don't know. I could see me liking it, but I also don't have a lot of hope at this particular moment.
Mm-hmm.
So
I see where you're coming from. I think I'm interested enough by the trailer that I wouldn't have to worry about a review necessarily. I mean, you never know until you see it. So
yeah,
for now, I'm gonna say wait for rental.
Gotcha. I am interested to see. I don't know how the heck you'd say his name. I guess it'd be Raid or Radi or whatever. The older gentleman. Sounds like he's almost got a Russian accent.
Mm-hmm.
I am interested to see him in something else, but other than that, I don't know. Wait for a review from me.
All right, our next trailer is for The Little Things.
You know him, didn't you? Then you had that one little feeling. But you waved it away. You should have listened to that one little feeling. Just like I'm listening to you now. You can talk to me. I'm all the friend you got.
You're not exactly a department favorite. Things probably changed a lot since you left.
You still got to catch him, right?
Yeah.
Not that much has changed then, right?
I can assure you all, we are taking a 24/7 all-hands-on-deck approach to these cases.
Guy's a shark. If he stops, he dies. He likes to drive. Probably has a decent car, maybe 2, high mileage.
You must really like my car.
I do. How's the trunk space?
Something I gotta know. How's a guy with the best clearance rate in the department work 15 years without a promotion?
Maybe I didn't go to the right church.
When I look in your eyes, what I see, it ain't good.
Huh. That was really interesting. I'm torn between wanting to see it in the theaters and wanting to wait for a rental, honestly. What do you think?
I'm thinking more wait for rental.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm thinking so. It's interesting. It's one of the more interesting ones.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lean that way too. Yeah.
But it's the closest one to saying we'd go to the movies tonight, so far it's
that's saying something. Woo! All right, our last trailer of the night is for Fear of Rain.
I don't know what to say.
Whatever comes to mind. Well, let's start with what you remember, then. Do you recall anything?
I was in the woods. There was a man chasing me. And no one believes me. And it makes me question whether it's just in my head, even though I know it's real.
Do you think it's possible that you might be projecting your own fears?
Yeah.
I'd say wait for review on this one.
Yeah, solidly wait for a review. I wouldn't do good in a situation like this. If I thought I was going crazy, I'd need confirmation.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. I'm bad about being like paranoid that I'm the only one that thinks a certain way, or like I'm the only one that sees it like this, and damn it, I'm going crazy because I know this can't be it. So I need confirmation I'm not the only one. And like the idea of it being something like projecting your own fear out there, be like, no, I can't handle this. If I'm going nuts, you need to confirm that I'm going nuts. So
yeah, no
at
kidding.
least somebody else knows it too.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just sheer paranoia taking over or something like that.
All right, well, I think that is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, or for listening, whatever. We'll be back within a couple of weeks with a brand new episode, as always. And, yeah. See you guys next time.
It'll be a proper introduction to 2021.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
May it be much, much, much more relaxed.
Let's hope so. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for listening to this episode of Podcast Period. This episode was hosted and produced by Ben, co-hosted and edited by David. You can contact Ben on Twitter at BenPlaysVidges. That's Ben Plays VIDYAS. And you can contact David on Twitter at Core6by16. If you'd like to chat with us about any of the topics on the show, you can hit up the show at Podcast Period on Twitter or shoot us an email at podcastperiodpodcast@gmail.com. We also have a new website that has launched featuring new articles written by us, as well as links to all the episodes. Please visit that at podcastperiod.com. Want to do more for the show but aren't sure how? We have a Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can get early access to episodes and so much more, and support the show while doing it. Just go to patreon.com/podcastperiod. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.
This was a Nerdgasm podcast production.
Well, that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.
Served at nerdgasmpodcast.com.